Madam, I must inform you that there is no loitering allowed. It is a nuisance and it can be a threat to public safety.
Oh, but I was just looking at the monument.
And what, may I ask, has you so fascinated about it?
I was just curious about what's under there, that's all.
Probably so curious you'd like to take a peek.
A peek?
A peek is what I said, because there is no peeking without a permit.
Oh, don't worry, officer. I wouldn't dream of peeking without a permit. I can certainly wait until tomorrow. That's when the unveiling is, right?
Yes, maybe yes and maybe no. And that's none of your business.
What do you mean? It's a public event, isn't it?
It's a lovely day. Sun shining brightly. Temperatures are great. The birds are singing. I think it's a lovely day. Do you think it's a lovely day? Because I certainly do.
Whoa, officer. Take it easy.
Madam, don't you know that it's dangerous to sneak up an officer of the law that way? It is a good thing for you. I'm trained professional and could restrain myself.
Well, I'll try to remember that for next time.
I would recommend that that's what you do.
Maybe we should just move along.
That would be best.
Oh, that looks like a nice shop. Let's go check it out.
Thank you, officer.
You're very welcome. And it's not officer, it is inspector.
Everything clear?
Clear as glass. How about you?
Yep, nothing suspicious.
Good. Now the mission begins.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know anyone was here. May I help you?
Actually, we're here to help you.
Oh, well, I don't need any new employees right now. Maybe y'all could check back around Christmas time.
No, I don't think you understand. We're the Truth Force, and we're here on a mission to save International City. You have been praying, haven't you?
Praying? Well, of course I've been praying. I pray all the time.
I knew it. All it takes is for someone to start praying, and then, sooner or later, at just the right time, we get called off.
Are y'all angels or something?
No, just defenders of the truth. So that wherever the truth and knowledge of the one true God is under attack, that's where you'll find us.
Mrs. Potts, we need to talk to you about Simon Detweiler.
How do you know my name?
Oh, we know all about you. Born and raised in Alabama, spent 2 years of culinary school in Paris, met your husband, moved here to International City, and you've been here ever since. You have 3 daughters, 2 cats, and one very old parakeet named General Lee.
Oh, but don't worry. Your information's safe with us. We're the good guys.
And I'm just supposed to take your word for it. Is that it?
Well, you could check out our website. We have a statement of faith and lots of endorsements.
Sorry, sweetheart. It's going to take a little more than that. My mama didn't raise no dummy, you know.
Mrs. Potts, I'm sure this all must seem very strange to you. And I'm sorry if we came on just a little too strong. Is there somewhere we could sit down and talk? I'm sure after you hear our story, you'll feel much better.
Well, I suppose I could listen to what y'all have to say. Come on inside. Y'all like sweet tea?
And we will be really careful with these diaries, Mrs. Potts.
Oh, I know you will, sweetheart. You know, another thing. No more of that, Mrs. Potts. My name's Flora, but my friends call me Flo, so that's what it'll be from now on, you hear?
All right, it's a deal, Flo.
Flo, you said that you and some others have been praying for International City. Well, I just want to say, don't stop. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be critical for the future of this place.
Oh, don't you worry. We won't stop praying. In fact, I can't wait to tell the ladies about y'all.
Oh, we would appreciate that, but for now, we need to keep this all strictly confidential.
That's right. If the enemy finds out about us, our mission will be compromised.
Well, okay then. I won't say a word to anybody. Not a word.
Thanks, Flo. We'll be in touch.
No, thank you. I'm just so grateful for everything y'all are doing.
You know, I have a good feeling about these old diaries.
Me too. I mean, can you believe it? She just happened to be restoring the old bindings on these right when we show up. And if we would have came one day later, they would have been back at the museum under a lock and key. So, what do you think is under there?
According to our intelligence, it's a statue of the Chancellor.
Why does that not surprise me? It's so sad. How does a place that was once so decidedly Christian get to a point like this?
Well, people eventually begin to take their freedoms for granted, and their Bibles, too. And then they begin to accept man's ideas over what God says.
The authority of God's word is so important. And if you just miss that one part, you're in for a spot of trouble.
That's just what I'm afraid of for International City. Trouble. At any moment, the Chancellor could make an announcement about a new constitution. And if it goes through, any freedoms Christians had to worship God or share their faith will be gone for good.
Well, we can't let that happen, can we? It sure is a good thing that Mr. Detweiler was wise enough to hide one of those old constitutions all those years ago.
Yeah, we just have to find it, that's all.
Well, I've always loved scavenger hunts. Uh-oh. I'm getting a warning signal.
Stand firm.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the International Spy Academy Truth Force. And just in time to watch the final piece of the puzzle fall into place.
Baylock, why am I not surprised that you're behind all the trouble here?
Trouble? Well, I guess that depends on your perspective. I don't see any trouble. I think things are getting better all the time. In fact, I hear we're getting a new constitution soon. One without all the Bible stuff in it. I heard all the old ones were destroyed in the fire.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
I would have no idea. Hey, aren't you guys the ISA? Where are all the cool weapons?
The weapons that we fight with are not of this world.
Whatever that means. Well, I don't even know why you're here. Everything's in place. You're just too late this time.
Baylock, you know that the one and only true God whom we serve is all-powerful and all-knowing. Do you really think he's not able to stop whatever it is you're planning, if he so chooses?
Well, it doesn't look like he so chooses this time. Oh well, better luck next time. Can't win them all. Ha ha ha!
Have a nice day, Baylock. Sorry, had to erase a short-term memory. Can't risk Venom knowing we're here.
Boy, what a sweetheart.
Yeah, with an IQ of 160 and a master of disguises, we have to be extra careful with that one around.
Evil Villain Network?
Yep, he's been with EVN for a long time, and they're obviously in cahoots with Venom. The city's probably infested with their agents.
Maybe we should call pest control.
What we need to do is find that constitution. Let's head back to the safe house and check out those diaries.
Inspector? Inspector! Aren't you supposed to be guarding the monument? You know, I suspect they wouldn't be very happy if they caught you sleeping on the job. Inspector! Well, and I thought Granny was a sound sleeper.
My donuts! What are you doing?
Just trying to wake you up is all.
Wake me up. Are you suggesting I was asleep? No clue never sleeps when he's on duty.
Well, what about the snoring?
Snoring? Well, I'm a trained professional.
Is that right?
Yes, and not just anyone can do my job. The training's important, yes, but there's more to it than that.
Like what?
Well, you had to be born with special, unique abilities, such as mine.
Mm-hmm. You know, I see you don't have a weapon. Why is that?
Well, they took them away from me, but it doesn't matter. Because I have these. These are more lethal than any weapon. And let me demonstrate for you. Watch this. You see this table? I can chop it in half. Watch close.
You know, I reckon it's time for me to be getting on home, Inspector. Good night.
I think I heard something. I did hear something.
Go to the bar.
Who is it? Who's there? I demand, in the name of the law, to identify yourself.